You know what? This video, no intro needed. Let's get into exactly what Marcus had to say regarding Angela freaking Deem.
In honor of Angela's 60th birthday, let's give her a birthday present and expose her for what she did the night back when she attacked me on the sidewalk in West Hollywood. First off, she got drunk at the bar. I paid the bill because she didn't want to pay the bill. So we go out to the sidewalk. She violently attacks me out of nowhere. And this is the video of that. Thanks to Tyree for taking the video. And Tyree also had a good explanation of why she did that in the first place.
Let's have a look at the explanation. So as we can see here in front of our eyes, the explanation says, me neither, man, she just snapped. It was like she got offended or jealous about something. So that's obviously what's happened here regarding her deciding to attack Mark himself in particular. Now, for the people who don't remember who Mark is, Mark was a part of the very first season of Match Me Abroad. So he's from that side of the network. But obviously, as you can see, Mark's message do say, after last night and getting attacked, then her not paying, this has been a disaster. I still don't know why she did that. And then also we were fighting and out of the blue, did you see it? It knocked me down. It was so hard. One of the people on the sidewalk said, you didn't do anything wrong. She just hit you. And let's be real. Does this sound like something that Angela Deem would do? Well, I'll leave that question down to you folks. Let me know in the comments section, but let's continue.
Take a look. Tyree thinks that it was because she didn't want to pay her bill. Angela hit me so hard,
My apologies, just got to pause it again before this little part disappears. But as you can see, you know what I think might be an issue? She knew the night was over, and how can I get out of paying him at the end? I'll just start a fight and then I don't have to pay. And then of course Tyree replies by saying, I had the exact same feeling, man. It seems it makes a lot of sense. So, and let's be real, if Angela can avoid certain things, she will do what she needs to do to avoid certain things. And let's be real, with everything that's going down right now with her and Michael going through the divorce / annulment, I don't think these activities are going to do her any favors. But hey, let's continue.
60-year-old woman now knocked me to the ground because I didn't see it coming, and I got up and defended myself. There is video evidence of the assault. I know because I have been in contact with the police during the investigation, which shows Angela knocking me to the ground. Now, I called the police that night after we got back to the place we were staying, and this guy, Angela's accomplice, who tried to cover it up, that's right, George Mossey, the convicted child sex offender, and also was arrested for assault 2 years ago himself, made sure it was as hard as possible for me to do that. So I have the police report here, as you can see. I went to the police station the next day.
You know what's so funny? I would like to know this question. Why is he smiling? He went to the police station, took us over, like, hey, Angela, yeah, you're not gonna get away with this one, okay? Yeah. Sorry, but him smiling outside the police station is just freaking comical stuff. But hey ho, at the end of the day, so far obviously you guys can see that there's obviously been video evidence, which I'd assume is now being given to the police, which I guess is why he's not releasing it, because obviously if the police have it and it's under investigation, I don't know if it's okay for him to then release it to the public eye, unless of course it was accidentally leaked by someone else. Then I guess that would be different. You know what I'm saying, Mark? If you're watching this video, it could be leaked by somebody else. Doesn't mean it'll be linked to you. Because we got to see that video. But nonetheless though, let's continue. Now, I do wonder though, if Tyree's aware that Mark is obviously now, you know, using him as a support system, shall we say?
As you can see here, George, who claims to be a reporter and a media person, did not report this. I wonder why.
Let's have a look here. When George finally spoke up about this, he made Scafidi look like a fool when he was caught lying about literally everything he said, giving him zero credibility. And as you can see, literally the president of my fan club. And as you can see, Mark continues here. Or I don't know if this is Mark now speaking again in the black, but I assume it is him. You never should have lied and involved yourself, you child. You can see what it says. Yeah, offender, shall we say. But you had to lie because you and Angela are the same criminals. I mean, listen. It's not looking good. It is not looking good in any shape or form, 100%. I mean, obviously, you know, I believe George is now being dragged under the mud multiple times regarding his history of him obviously being arrested for obviously the things that he obviously had done. And then also on top of that, I guess because obviously he's very close to Scafidi, again, Scafidi is always going to be linked to George no matter what at this moment in time. So whatever George does is always going to affect him. And yeah. But hey, you are the company you keep, ladies and gentlemen. You are the company you keep. That's what I can say about that. But as you can see, president of my fan club, raggedy ass. I mean, listen, when he's coming out with evidence and he's coming out with the tea, yeah, it's not looking good.
Because Angela is his meal ticket to being important and going to events. If Angela stops getting invited to things, guess what? George stops getting invited to things. So of course he wasn't going to report on this. Every other real news outlet would have reported this the day it happened because George was there and a witness to the whole thing. You would think a real reporter would want the story, but no. When your golden goose meal ticket to feeling important is the story and it makes her look like a violent criminal again, you don't say a word about it, do you? In honor.
And you know what the maddest thing about it is? You should have come to me, my guy. I would have helped you with the story. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but listen, end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. But to be fair, he's got a very strong point regarding, obviously, Angela being the meal ticket. Because I would say this, as of late, there's been, you know, multiple things been going on. And I can say for sure, I've definitely seen George lurking around in some of these events. I believe it was Molly who recently had an event of her own, and obviously at that event itself in particular, there was a whole bunch of people that turned up, and some of the people that turned up there happened to be Angela, and obviously Angela being there mean that George was there himself in particular. Now, I'm trying to see if these images are still available on Molly's social media page as we speak right now. And then obviously I'll give you guys the evidence pretty much to kind of support even more and more why, of course, you know, George likes to keep Angela obviously around and obviously, you know, wouldn't throw under the bus because at the end of the day, she is the meal ticket to go into these events. But the thing is, though, in my opinion, is she really the meal ticket to go into these events? Because you're going to the events, but are they really benefiting you? I mean, I guess I don't really know because obviously I don't know the intentions behind obviously going to these events, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But I know Molly did have one recently, but unfortunately, this was over a couple of days ago. So that means all the images from her stories have now obviously gone regarding that itself in particular. So yeah. I mean, if I knew this was coming out, I would have literally, you know, screenshotted, you know, obviously Molly's recent stories, you know what I mean? But obviously I didn't know this was going to be a thing. I didn't know this was obviously going to happen. Because obviously at the time, it wasn't really something that I considered like new news, if you do what I'm saying. So yeah, it is what it is. But nonetheless, though, let me know exactly what you're thinking down below right here. Do you think that obviously Mark is telling the truth, and do you feel like he's going to get far with these allegations obviously against Angela? I mean, listen, look at it this way. He's obviously got conversations with him and Tyree, obviously proving that Tyree was there to see it, and Tyree obviously does clearly back up that, yeah, she did hit him. So I guess really and truly, is it a question of whether he's telling the truth or not? I guess not. It is clearly truthful. I mean, I guess it comes down to also, you know, are certain people who cover 90 Day Fiance, are they in it to just get into the circle of being around the 90 Day Fiance cast members, or are they in it to really just generally report and give us guys genuine, you know, genuine reports on what actually is happening? I mean, listen, everybody in this world lives life for whatever their own agenda is. Just that some of us live it for the good, some of us live it for the bad, some of us just live it a little bit in the middle. But hey, what will be, will be. But I really hope that Mark can obviously, you know, I hope the police can take obviously Mark's accusations towards Angela very seriously, and something comes of it. Because to be honest with you, this is not the first time we've seen Angela Deem get physical with anyone. We saw her notoriously a few years back actually even get into an altercation with her own freaking best friend, where she literally battered that woman publicly. And hell, while we're here, we might as well look back at that footage. I thought I'd quickly find it real quick to give you guys a reminder of Angela Deem. We'll leave it there. We'll leave that one there. Who knows? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll take the clip. Do you know what? The editing I was doing back then was atrocious. Look at this. This is all over the place. God diddly damn. God damn. Oh, I mean, it's good to feel like I've improved. But to be fair, if anything, I may actually take a screenshot that whatever, and I may actually put it onto my YouTube stories to give you guys a reminder of who exactly Angela Deem is, to be fair with you. So yeah, I think that's something that I'm going to do, to be fair with you. But anyway, with that being said though, let me know exactly what you're thinking down below, and we can talk about it. And most importantly, are you surprised? That's not even a serious question, because nobody's surprised. But hey, Mark, I'm glad that you are, obviously, that you wasn't like terribly hurt, and then obviously, you know, you're still able to do your thing, so which is good. Yeah, peace.